Hey, Al Leone here from the Bridge of Truth. I'm at an amazing event in New York City at the Javits Center. It's the Book Expo of America, and I'm with a wonderful guest, an author that I had the opportunity to meet in Morristown at an expo just a couple of weeks ago. Her name is Sheikha Maryam Kabeer Faye. Wrote a book, Journey Through 10,000 Veils, The Alchemy of Transformation on the Sufi Path. It is my pleasure to welcome her and give you the opportunity to hear her speak.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of God, the merciful, the compassionate, I send my love to all the people who are watching this. Peace and blessings be upon each and every one of you. And I'm greeting you from the Book Expo in the booth of my publisher, who, by the grace of God, I met at this expo some years back. So the expo itself is dear to me. I came here looking for a publisher, and I was guided directly to this beautiful organization, this devoted group of people devoted to the light, and that was exactly the name that they had when I met them. And now it's divided into two imprints. One is Tugra Press, Tugra Books, and the other one is Blue Dome. So from within this blessed space, I am happy to begin this interview.
I'm thrilled that you're able to do this and to have the opportunity to speak to you about your book. I'm fascinated by the title. Tell us about the journey through 10,000 veils and what the 10,000 veils represent.
We know that the veils are symbolic. The number of veils is, of course, symbolic. And the veils are whatever exists within us that separates us from the light of God. It's what we must pass through. It's what the journey consists of. It's penetrating each and every dimension that we need to gain knowledge through in order to return to our Lord. And we hope that we return pleased and well-pleasing to the one who created us, and that infinite bounty created us with a purpose. And so the journey is the way of discovering for what purpose we were each created, and we were all created.
The subtitle of your book is The Alchemy of Transformation on the Sufi Path. Tell us a little bit about that and how you yourself arrived at the Sufi Path.
The Sufi Path is the inner dimension within the context of Islam, and it is not necessarily understood by many people. Equally, Islam is not understood by many people, except for the millions and billions of people actually that are immersed in it and are experiencing the light of God that is pouring through all of his revelations. And I was born in Hollywood, California, in a Jewish family, not religious, but humanitarian and liberal. And nevertheless, there was something in me that just didn't fit into any box. And the things I heard being spoken both by my family and school and the world in general were not consistent with the deep resonance that was moving within me. So I was guided by the power of the resonance, the power of the light to penetrate everything standing in my way, until I discovered that, in fact, this was the path most suited to me and giving the most opportunity to gain knowledge of God. And when I was 12 years old, having acted since I was about 5, I was acting in a theater company in the San Fernando Valley, and I was communicating with the assistant director, who was more or less tuning in to something within me, and eventually he gave me a painting that he made of an ancient man with a lantern in one hand and a staff in the other, and inscribed at the bottom of this scroll were the words, "Seek, and the truth shall make you free." So this is the essence of what my life has been dedicated to. It's from that moment on, I was 12 years old, that I woke up and came to understand the very beginning of the purpose for which I was created. So the first message I received is, seek that truth which will make you free. And it was that message from the one who created me that ultimately led me to Islam and to Sufism within Islam. And for me, these things are integrally connected, because it's like the heart within the body. It's the heart which is beating inside the body that makes everything move. And at the same time, if there's no body, then the heart can't move either. So I will discuss this more with you as we go. Now, from that point that I received the message, it's like the whole outer world almost dissolved for me in comparison to this inner sound or understanding. And so I realized that though I was 12 years old in the San Fernando Valley, acting in a theater company and going to middle school or junior high school, in fact, that ancient person seeking truth was me. And not only me, but everyone, everywhere, who in fact is seeking for truth that will set us free. And therefore, as we make these interviews, I address that aspect of every person who sees this. And we are now connected in the longing for truth. And not only truth, but active, dynamic, transformative truth. And that truth can only come from God, the one who created us with a beautiful and divine purpose.